What is up, guys? I do hope you're well. My name is Mark and today we're covering some more r/Am I the Butthole? I almost said it then. If you're new here, please consider hitting that like, that subscribe, and maybe that notification bell too. And a huge thank you to the members of our channel. You are truly, truly appreciated. And you guys have been enjoying Am I the Butthole just recently. So, you know, I'm going to keep it coming because I really love these stories as well. And I love the interaction you bring to them. So thank you so much for being here. And let's get on with today's stories. Much love, guys. Our first story comes from Lakey Bryce. Am I the arsehole for telling my best friend I love him on his wedding night? God. Last December, my 28 female best friend, 32 male, married his girlfriend, 30 female, of 2 years. They had a beautiful white tie garden wedding at a nice estate. I've known my best friend since childhood. We used to spend every second together. We went to the same elementary and high school and only lived a few doors down from each other. We kept talking when he went to university, but stopped talking for about 4 years when I went and I made different friends, but eventually we both found jobs in our hometown and reconnected. I've always thought my best friend was attractive, but I've never made a move because I'm a more traditional person, and he never asked. We both went to prom with different people, dated different people in college, etc. We never kissed or had any other physicality. So fast forward to his wedding night, the whole thing felt wrong to me. I ended up liking his now wife, but during the period in which they were dating and engaged, I still hung out with my best friend all the time. We'd go stargazing, hiking, etc., but there was never any romantic subtext to it. On the night of the wedding, I asked one of my other friends what I should do, and she recommended that I tell him my feelings before the wedding. She said I would regret it forever if I didn't. I realised this was true. I didn't get a chance to talk to him before the ceremony, but afterwards I managed to pull him aside and tell him that I've loved him forever. He started to cry and told me to leave. I've only spoken to him once since last December when he texted me to make sure I was fine, considering the current plague. Am I the arsehole? If I am, please help me resolve this. I really miss my best friend. And I'm just going to read one of the comments below because it sort of sums up my feelings as usual. You're the arsehole. And then quotes, if you don't, you'll regret it forever. Are you kidding? You made his wedding day about you and your feelings. You either should have told him long before the wedding or you should have kept your mouth shut. Now he'll always remember that on his wedding day and it's your fault. Followed by another one that said, I'm not convinced this isn't straight from an episode of Friends and that the OP isn't Rachel typing about Ross. Edit, yes, I know there's a movie with a similar plot starring Julia Roberts. Please stop asking me to not be trash and see it. Please and thank you. Oh, but imagine doing that on someone's wedding day. Approaching them and telling you love them after they got married. What kind of situation does that put? What was they expecting out of it in the end? Was they expecting that now husband to turn around and go, oh really? Well, let's slack off all this shit that I've just done and get together. Because it's just not going to happen. What do you guys think about that situation? Is OP the arsehole or not? Or should have OP done that on the wedding day? Let me know by voting in that top right hand corner. Our next story comes from Proud Holiday 8. Am I the arsehole for child locking my aunt, then leaving her at a gas station? My 16 female aunt, 33 female, lives with my family. She has me drive her around and refuses to sit in the front passenger seat because she wants to act like it's a taxi/chauffeur situation, which is shitty of her, but I haven't said anything. The other day we were driving through a restaurant drive-thru and it was packed. The parking lot was full. My aunt got out of the car while we were in the drive-thru and I asked what the fuck she was doing. She told me she was getting claustrophobic and I told her to stay in the car so she doesn't get hit by another car. My reason for saying this is she wanted to walk close to the actual road to smoke, where traffic's busy. You know, normal road. She ignored me and got out anyway, so when I pulled up to the drive-thru window, I got out and put the child lock on the back doors. I did this because my aunt has done this several times before, has almost gotten hit when she does it, and once had her foot run over by a car because she does it. Which, by the way, she blamed on me, even though another car ran over her foot. I got our food, my aunt gets back in, we got on the main road, it's a traffic jam. My aunt tries getting out the car again and finds that she's child locked. She starts screaming and cussing at me, calling me a little motherfucker and screaming at me to let her out. So when we could pull over again, I pulled over, let her out and told her she could call someone else for a ride home. I left her at the gas station. I got home and my parents asked where my aunt was. I explained what happened, my mum told me I was in the right and my dad flipped his shit. He told me to go out and pick her back up and I told him to pick her up himself because I'm done driving her around because she acts like a toddler. He decides it was appropriate to call me a spoiled bitch before leaving to pick her up. Am I the arsehole for child locking my aunt and then leaving her at the gas station? Info, the traffic jam I mentioned, one lane stopped while the one right next to it kept moving. People were actively moving and getting into the lane that wasn't stopped. Also, no, my aunt doesn't have a mental disability, she's just been spoiled by her parents and my dad, and yes, she is my dad's sister. Also, my dad made a deal with me to get the car. I saved $2,000 as a down payment for the car, and he'd make monthly payments of $200 to the guy we bought the car from. Or so he tells me. At this point in time, I've paid more for the car than he has, as I've only had it for 4 months, and yes, I work, or rather worked, I got laid off when everything shut down. Second edit for info, I didn't leave her stranded, she had her phone, and if she chose not to call someone, that's on her. Also, you know how some people go really fast in a residential neighbourhood? Apply that to the restaurant's parking lot. People get really mad/fast in a Chick-fil-A parking lots for some reason. I hope I said Chick-fil-A again, I've said this several times and I always seem to get it wrong. Also, again, I'm in America, we get our licenses at 16 and I'm almost 17. And yes, I pay for my own gas to drive dear auntie around. My dad, the one who called me spoiled bitch, raised me to not expect anything to just be handed to me. If I were out of gas on the back road, he would leave me there and tell me to figure it out. This is from experience. Man, your dad is fucked up. From that last sentence alone, I just instantly think your dad's a dick. Leaving you stranded when you run out of gas. How dangerous is that? Like, if something was to happen to you, I bet he'd soon frickin' change his mind then, bloody idiot. But anyway, the main story. That aunt sounds absolutely insane. Just as bad as your dad, in fact. Sounds like just like a real life toddler. Just getting out of the car in full traffic jam. Damn right I wouldn't be driving her anywhere. What do you guys think though? In the top right hand corner you can vote for story 2. Our next story is from Dad Father Son 17. Am I the arsehole for insinuating that my daughter is ugly? The title sounds bad, but it isn't that bad. So my daughter has a friend who has all the kids in her grade falling head over heels for. I thought it was an exaggeration, but she's literally that girl in high school. Now, this friend posted a picture of the two of them on their friendship page on her birthday yesterday. Everyone was giving dozens of comments on the friend and said nothing about my daughter at all. I think there were only 2 that said happy birthday to my daughter. She was upset over this because she got none of the attention. She asked me if she was pretty. At first I thought I should give the whole, of course you're so beautiful, these guys are just crazy speech, but I couldn't see any benefit from that so I gave it to her straight. When I told her she wasn't, she was taken back, but when I explained she was much better, I said something around the lines that she just doesn't have the looks, but that doesn't matter. Told her she had an amazing personality and is just an amazing girl. I pointed out that she has the world's greatest eyes, might be biased but it's true, and that her smile is contagious, which it is. Mentioned that I wasn't a looker when I was a teenager, but my confidence got me places. She was a bit quiet, but she thanked me for it. We laughed, hugged, and I left feeling like I gave the greatest parent speech ever. However, when I told my wife this, she went mad. She says I was basically insinuating that she was ugly. Didn't say it, nor do I think she is, which is the classic personality matters speech. I still think I did great. Am I the arsehole? After, my wife went to fix my mess. My daughter told her that she was fine and felt better after my talk with her. Oh man. That is awful. This might be me here, but this almost brings me to tears that this guy thinks that was a great speech, a great thing to tell his daughter that, yeah, you don't look great. You're ugly pretty much, but your personality is great. That's something she's going to remember forever, that her dad told her she doesn't look great. I don't think I would have said much in that situation. Like, try to resolve it by saying anything along those lines. I'd probably just give her a hug, tell her that I'm there for her if she wants to talk and that sort of thing. I don't think you cross those boundaries. I don't think you say that sort of stuff to your daughter. You guys, your parents out there will have to let me know how you would approach that situation because I'm confused. But I certainly think that was not the best way to do that. Oh my God. So in this situation, I'm going to have to say arsehole. Guys, let me know in that top right hand corner what you think, your vote on this one. And please comment below to help me out here. Our next story is from Batter Cease. Am I the arsehole for getting upset that my boyfriend took food that was meant for our date to his other friends? My 34 female, boyfriend 35 male, and I have been having a really rocky time in the relationship. I planned a nice treat for a picnic date that involved champagne and a spread of really nice food. As in, I spent an ungodly amount on cheese and charcuterie for us to enjoy. He said he'd probably give some of it to his friends after, because there was a lot there, and I agreed so it wouldn't go to waste. However, he cut it up and planned on having it with his friends before we had the date. I said it was a mean thing to do, and he said I was overreacting. I usually pay for our groceries, and this week he contributed so he could get beers for his friends. He asked if I would respond the same way about the beer if he didn't give money, and I said, fucking duh, because I'm not here to pay for his friends. I wouldn't be as upset if he shared it after we had our time, but it feels like a dick move. Am I the arsehole for getting mad at him, or am I just being too sensitive? Update, thanks everyone for the tough love. I've told him not to bother coming back tonight. I expect him gone by tomorrow, and that if he does come back tonight, I will call the police. Second update, he isn't on the lease, hence why I'm asking him to leave immediately. There was a comment below this one that said, not the arsehole, seems like something special you were really looking forward to, and he ruined the sparkle of it by opening the cheeses and giving them to his guys before you got to enjoy it together. Not to mention he didn't pay for it. If he doesn't see this as a problem, I would take the trash out. And then things get even worse. I think that emotionally, the issue is exasperated by the friend being a girl he talked to about our arguments and issues. I think I'm exceptionally sensitive to this, as when I got the surprise, he messaged her and posted on Instagram with, "What's she after now?" He said that they're just friends and he's not attracted to her, but it really, really sucks. Now from reading that, I think the poor OP is under a rock at the minute and is in denial because this person is a piece of shit. This bloke is a wrong'un. He's trying to share this food and buying beer to go to see this girlfriend. Yeah, which I'm suspect around. Boys can have friends that are girls, but I'm suspect about this one already. To talk about their relationship. To whinge about it. Shit, man. Come on now. You can't tell me something isn't going on. Well, we saw the updates on the post that he's out of there. Thank God. And well done to OP. What do you guys think about this story? I think I know where it's going, but vote in that top right hand corner to let me know. Our next story comes from a throwaway account. Am I the arsehole for not sharing my inheritance money with my sister, who was cut off for being a lesbian? The title pretty much says it all. I, 32 female, come from an extremely Catholic family, and my sister, 30 female, was cut off during her senior year of high school because our cousin found out that she had a girlfriend and revealed her to them. And she ended up having to take out loans to pay for her college. When my mum died, my sister was not allowed at the funeral. Even though we were never close, I'm the only person in the family who still talks to her. We're basically on Christmas card terms, if you will, but that's about it. My dad died about a year ago and everything was willed to me. His house, car, and of course all his savings. My sister wanted to contest the will, but her lawyer told her it would be a waste of money since my dad made sure to have his will drafted by another lawyer to prevent her from being able to do so. She asked me why I couldn't have even just helped her pay off her student loans or given her the car, but here's the thing. After doing all the math, I realised that after selling the house and car, plus my dad's savings, I was able to pay off my house, both cars, including my husband's, and set up a college fund for my kids, 6 female and 8 male. I'm also pregnant, so that's another college fund I need to think about. My sister and I were never close because she was always the favourite, until high school of course, and she would always blame me for things she did. Even as adults we never got along that well. I'm just nice to her because I don't care that she's gay, and I did attend her wedding. But when it comes to my husband and children, I have to have priorities. My sister cut me off permanently, and while that does make me sad, I feel it's worth it to secure my family's financial future. Am I the arsehole? Edit, I'm not a Catholic anymore guys, my family is. Messaging me with guilt trips about WWJD, not sure what that is, isn't going to work on me, so please stop. I mentioned this in one of my comments, but I want to make it clear. A big reason my sister and I don't get along is because though she's gay, she does not have progressive values. She and her wife blame immigrants for her wife not being able to find a job, and they both say disgusting things about trans people on social media. I never cared that she's gay, I just don't like her because she's a jerk. I didn't think this would be relevant, but considering all the people calling me a bigot, I may as well add it. I kind of feel, I know it's a throwaway account so they don't really care, but at the end I kind of feel like that edit was just added afterwards just to like add fuel to the fire. Maybe to make the sister look bad or something. I'm not sure whether I quite believe that bit at the end. I'm not sure. You have to let me know. But I'm gonna talk about the story without that edit at the end. And I'm just gonna read this top comment from this post. Yep, you're the arsehole pretty much says it all. Edit to add, my 102-year-old grandmother is a die-hard Catholic, goes to church every day, knows every single page of the Bible. She's a pro-gay rights and pro-gay marriage. Your family wasn't religious, they're homophobic bigots. Kicking a family member out, totally disowning them because they're gay. What is wrong with this world, man? Your own family member, your own flesh and blood. I know sometimes family members can be bastards, but being gay, it's not a choice. You're kicking someone out because of it. Yeah, whatever. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about this story, and don't forget to vote in that top right hand corner for story 5. Anyway guys, I appreciate you being here. I hope you enjoyed today's stories as much as I did, and if you did, click that like, subscribe, and maybe that notification bell too. And also there's another video on your screen right now, which if you watch it, it will tell YouTube that you like my content, and then probably tell someone else down the road, maybe. But as we always say, you never know with YouTube what they do. They'll probably get rid of my channel tomorrow. Who knows? They're crazy out there. I will see you in the next one, guys. Much love to you. Goodbye.